The Blame Map. The Dreamer of the Dream. This is a story about the awake explorers, whose 20th awakening adventure begins when a ruined plan sends them searching for the person responsible. As blame moves from one target to another, they discover that finding a culprit does not necessarily bring peace, and that the meaning of an experience may begin closer to home than they thought. The two awake explorers arrived at the ferry terminal carrying backpacks and coffee. The departure board flashed, "Cancelled." The male explorer stared. "No." The female explorer checked her phone. "Our hotel is on the island." "I know." "Our reservation is nonrefundable." "I know." "And the next ferry is tomorrow." "I know." He looked toward the ticket desk. "This is ridiculous." Within minutes they had identified several possible villains. The ferry company, the weather service, the hotel, the booking app, possibly the entire transportation industry. The male explorer opened a map on his phone. There has to be another way. There wasn't. The female explorer called the hotel. No refund. He called customer service. No alternative ferry. She checked private boats, too expensive. He paced. This day is officially ruined. She looked at him. Officially? Yes. Who certified it? He did not laugh. They carried their bags to a nearby café. The male explorer dropped into a chair. If the ferry company had warned us earlier, none of this would be happening. The female explorer's smartwatch vibrated. Course correction. Before searching for who caused your piece to disappear, notice the story you are telling. She read it silently, then showed him. He sighed. "I liked the watch better when it corrected you." "Fair." She looked out at the harbour. The wind was strong. Small boats rocked against the docks. "What's the story?" He answered immediately. "They ruined our trip." "That's the headline." "What else is there?" She thought. "We lost money." "True. We're disappointed." "Very true. We expected to be somewhere else tonight." He nodded. Then she said, "And somehow all of that became, I cannot be okay until somebody fixes this." He looked at her. "That sounds annoyingly accurate." They sat quietly. The cancellation was real. The lost reservation was real. Their frustration was real. But the next layer was something they had added. This should not be happening. Someone must be at fault. Someone must make it right before I can relax. The male explorer said, "So are we supposed to pretend the ferry company did nothing wrong?" "No." "Or never complain?" "No." "Then what changes?" "Maybe we stop giving them responsibility for our entire inner state." That landed. A server brought menus. "Bad day?" she asked. "Our ferry was cancelled." She nodded. "Happens when the north wind gets strong." The male explorer pointed toward the harbour. "Does everyone here just accept this?" She smiled. "No. We complain creatively." Both explorers laughed. It was the first time all afternoon. The server pointed toward a street behind the café. "There's a festival tonight. Most people stranded by the ferry end up there." The male explorer looked at the female explorer. "Absolutely not." 20 minutes later, they were there. Music filled the plaza. Food stalls lined the street. Children carried paper lanterns. The male explorer bought something fried that neither of them could identify. The female explorer tried a local dance and immediately stepped on someone's shoe. Their cancelled trip had not become a blessing. They still would have preferred the island, but the evening was no longer required to match their plan before it could contain anything worthwhile. Later, sitting on the harbour wall, the male explorer said, "I notice I do this a lot." "Blame ferry companies?" "Assign cause." She listened. "If I'm irritated, someone caused it. If I'm disappointed, someone failed me. If I'm anxious, circumstances did it." He looked at the water. "It's very convincing," she nodded, "because something usually did happen." That's the tricky part. They were not denying events. They were noticing the leap from event to inner verdict. He picked up a small stone and tossed it into the harbour. "So the dreamer of the dream isn't saying nothing happens?" "I don't think so. More like noticing who is giving the happening its meaning." That's closer. The next morning, the ferry was running again. At the ticket desk, the same cancellation notice was being removed. The male explorer looked at it. Yesterday, that sign had seemed powerful enough to destroy an entire day. Today, it was cardboard. They boarded. As the ferry pulled away, the female explorer looked back at the town. They had lost a hotel night. They had gained an unexpected evening. Neither fact cancelled the other, but one thing had changed. They no longer needed a villain to explain why peace had disappeared, and without that hunt, there was more room to choose again.